non-starters this evening. From Dawson County, a sophomore, number 45, Eric Nygaard, and a junior, number 35, Tom Muir. From Hardin, number 20, Ralph Chavez. Dawson County, number 41, Dave Ulrich, and number 31, Aaron Snow. From Hardin, number 32, Daryl Three Irons. From Dawson County, number 25, Brian Doherty. And from Hardin, number 14, Kevin Gross. Number 11 from Dawson, Ty Duffner. And number 30, Victor Passes. From Dawson, number 23, Scott Duffner. And number 32, Norman Brady on top. And now the starters for tonight's championship game. A 6'2" senior from Dawson, number 43, Randy Anderson. And the 6'1" senior from Hardin, number 44, Alan Q. Freyiron. From Dawson, a 6'1" senior, number 13, Dan Hood. And a 6'5" senior, number 40, Christopher Mattingly. From Dawson, a 6'4" senior, number 33, Roger Basti. And a 6'1" senior, number 24, Van Wade falls down. A 6' senior, number 21, Corey Nisley. And the 6'5" senior, number 50, Matthew Jazz. And from Dawson County, a 6' senior, number 15, Hunter Fuquay. A 6' senior from Hardin, number 34, Alvin Morrison. Assistant coaches from Dawson, Mr. Steve Fiedel and Mr. Ken Wilkinson. Assistant coaches from Hardin, Mr. Joel Pease, Mr. Terry Self, and Mr. Dave Oswald. And the head coaches for tonight's championship ball game from Dawson County Red Devils, Mr. Don Voss. And from the Hardin Bulldogs, Mr. Luke Gerber. Your officials this evening, Randy Morrison and Glenn Welch.
They're ready to go. Van Wade falls down, shaking hands with all the Glendive players as they come out. Nice gesture of sportsmanship by the Hardin Bulldogs before the game even starts. And the official checks with the scores table. We're just about ready to kick off this championship game.
The officials are Glenn Welch and Jim Morrison from Billings. Glenn Welch is from Missoula.
Okay, Glenn Welch is the referee. Morrison will be the umpire. Welch now with the throw up in the air, and we're underway. State A championship ball, and Hardin controls it. Van Wade falls down, controls it for the Bulldogs. He dribbles to the near side. He dumps it off over to number 34, Alvin Morrison. Gives a little cross-court pass to Mattingly. Mattingly now back over as we get things squared away. Van Wade falls down on the near side. Can't find anything to go. Gives it over to Morrison. Morrison over to Mattingly. Man takes a 12-foot jump shot. And the first 2 points of this state championship are in the record books. It is 2-0 Hardin Bulldogs. Glendive right back now. The number 33, Roger Fassing with the ball, and he's a key factor for the Red Devils. Hunter Fuquay now dribbling on the near side as he's looking for somebody to open to. Nothing breaks, nothing develops as he passes off number 43, Randy Anderson. Gives it back over to number 21, Corey Nisley. Nisley now to Hunter Fuquay. As he gives it Fassing to drive underneath, and we have a whistle and a foul, and the whistles are awful loud to hear as this crowd is vocal.
I believe the foul was on Alan Q 3-irons.
So Alan Q 3-irons with the first foul of the game, as those whistles are awful hard to hear up here as the crowd is very vocal. As we have a good crowd on hand, I'd say approximately 4,500, somewhere near it.
That's absolutely right. This arena seats 5,500, and we've got a great crowd here.
All right, here we go. Red Devils with the ball now. Fuquay at the top of the key. Passes off to Fassing. Fassing's going to drive the baseline. Puts up a 10-foot jumper. No good. Rebounded nicely in there by number 43.
Randy Anderson.
Randy Anderson with the rebound. Offensive board. He puts it up. We're coming back the other way. 44, Allen Q 3-irons with the ball. Dumps it off to Alvin Morrison. Morrison now gives it to Van Wade. Falls down. He passes it over to Allen Q 3-irons. He gives it back to Van Wade. Falls down. 3-point attempt. It's up. Nothing but net. 3 points. 5-2. Hardin Bulldogs up on top. Number 21, Corey Nisley with the ball as he dribbles past the midcourt stripe on the near side. He's in front of the scorer's bench. He dumps it off over to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now over to Randy Anderson. Anderson holding the ball over his head, looking for somebody to pass to. Gives it back to Fuquay. Fuquay over to Corey Nisley. He's going to drive the baseline. He's all alone. Nice layup. 2 points, 5-4 Glendive Red Devils. And we've got a fast-paced ball game to start things off for this championship game. Back the other way for the Bulldogs. The big man, number 40, Chris Mattingly, dumps it off to Alvin Morrison. He takes a shot. No good. Rebounded by number 33, Roger Fassing. And he throws a long court pass down to Corey Nisley. Nisley's going to go all the way. Nice layup. Goes all the way down. 2 points, 6-5.
Coach Luke Gerber is going to call a timeout. Good move by the Hardin Bulldogs.
So with 6:09 remaining in the first period, the Glendive Red Devils 6, the Hardin Bulldogs 5. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, we're back at Big Pacific Center. Hardin Bulldogs bring the ball down. Van Wade falls down, goes across midcourt stripe. As he passes it off over to number 44, Allen Q 3-irons. And it's knocked out of bounds nicely in there by the Red Devils. So taking the ball out, number 44, 3-irons in front of the Glendive bench. He dumps it off to Morrison. Morrison throws it out to Van Wade, falls down at the tip of the key. He can't find it, but he dumps it off to Morrison. Morrison with a 10-foot jump shot. Nice move off the glass. No good. Rebound by Matthew Japs. Jump shot good. 7-6 now our scorers. Bulldogs retain the lead. And now Glendive coming back up the other way. And Roger Fassing with the ball on the near side. Nice behind the pass dribble as he goes over the midcourt stripe. And now Glenn Welch going to call double dribble as he momentarily lost control of the ball. And that was a good call by official Glenn Welch as Fassing dribbled behind the back and momentarily lost contact with the ball. Picked it up and started dribbling again, and that's double dribble.
Roger Fassing tried to get a little bit too fancy on that last possession down the court.
Okay, now it's back to live action. Van Wade falls down with the ball, tip the key, dumps it off to Morrison. Morrison with a nice 15-footer. No good. Rebound in there by the Red Devils. That's number 13, Dan Hood, with the rebound for Glendive. He quickly outlet pass to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now to the tip of the key, looking for a play to develop. Dribbles towards the near side. Dumps it off over to Corey Nisley in the Corey. Nisley back to Fuquay. Fuquay, nothing underneath. Dumps it back out to Corey Nisley. Nisley with a baseline 10-foot jump shot. No good. Rebound, Matthew Jabs, Bulldogs. We're going the other way. Alvin Morrison on the far side. 12 feet away at the bucket. Passes off to Matthew Jabs. He loses control. And it goes over to Chris Manley. He's going to take a 12-foot jump shot, no good, and rebound by number 43, Randy Anderson for the Red Devils. Quickly back the other way, Hunter Fuquay with the ball, dribbling at the tip of the key. Van Wade falls down, guarding closely, comes up behind him. Fuquay dumps it off to number 13, Dan Hood. Dan Hood now back to Fuquay, three-point attempt. It's off a little bit off the backboard. Rebounded there by Corey Nisley off the glass. His shot's no good, and we got a whistle and a foul as Corey Nisley fouls Chris Mattingly on the rebound.
How many times have we seen seen that when a guy goes in and misses the easy layup, then he tries to make up for it, reaching in. He had a reaching in foul, trying to slap the ball out of the hands of Van Wade Falls down.
So Scott Duffner now in the game replacing Corey Nisley as Van Wade Falls down, brings the ball down for the Bulldogs. He passes over to Alvin Morrison. Morrison crosses the midcourt stripe. He's right by the midcourt circle. Passes back to Van Wade Falls down. Van Wade fakes a shot. He gives it back over to Morrison. Morrison inside to Matthew Jabs. Underneath Chris Madison all alone. Misses easy layup. He goes back out there, but we're going to have a foul on number 15, Hunter Fuquay, as he got a piece of Chris Mattingly's arms. And Mattingly will go to the line and shoot 2. Referee Glenn Welch says we're going to shoot 2. So go ahead, Ed.
He was the active shooting. That's exactly what I thought, Ned. So that's the second team foul on the Red Devils, 1 team foul on the Bulldogs. That's going to send Mattingly to the free throw line. In my conversation with Coach Luke Gerber, he told me that he needs a big game out of Mattingly and Jabs to be successful in this game.
Mattingly's first free throw is good as the Bulldogs go up by 2 points, 8-6, with 4:24 remaining in the first period. Mattingly's second free throw on the way. It's also good. We got a 9-6 ball game now as the Bulldogs up by a 3. Number 23, Scott Duffner with the ball for the Glendive Red Devils. Bringing the ball. He passes off to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay goes to the free throw line and turns around and gives it back to Duffner. Duffner now back to Fuquay. Fuquay over to number 33, Roger Fasting. Nice 17-foot jump shot. Nothing but net for Roger Fasting. He's got a smooth touch, the big left-hander. 44 now, Allen Q 3-irons. Dumps it off over to Alvin Morrison, back to Q 3-irons. And he gets it inside to Mattingly. He gets it off to number 32, Darrell 3-irons. In and out, no good. And we have a rebound in there by number 15, Hunter Fuquay for the Red Devils. Fuquay now brings the ball across the midcourt stripe. Goes towards the near side, looking for something to develop. Nothing there, so he's going to pass it off underneath to number 43, Anderson. Anderson gets it back out to Fuquay. He fakes a 3-point jump shot, then gets it off to number 33, Duffner. Duffner back out to Fuquay. Fuquay to the tip of key. He gives it over to number 13, Dan Hood. Dan Hood over to Anderson. Anderson back to Fuquay. He gets into Fasting underneath. Fasting now, turnaround jump shot. It's up, and it bounced around, no good, and rebound by the Bulldogs. Rebounded in there by number 40, Chris Mattingly.
We have a pushing off foul on Mattingly. He pushed off on Roger Fasting.
So Mattingly got the rebound, but he didn't get it legally, so he's going to be tagged with the foul. 9-8 ball game as the Bulldogs up by 1 point. And Glendive will retain the ball underneath their own bucket as Roger Fasting prepares to throw the ball in for the Glendive Red Devils. Fasting now throws the ball into number 41. That's Dave Ulrich in the game now. He gives it right back to Fasting. Fasting with an 18-foot jump shot, and it's 10-9. The Red Devils with the lead. Back now the other way. Number 34, Allen Q 3-irons for the Bulldogs. Brings it across court and throws it off number 32, Darrell 3-irons. Darrell 3-irons passes it off to number 50, Matthew Jabs. Jabs can't find the handle. He loses it out of bounds. We're going to go back the other way as the Glendive Red Devils retain possession.
Corey Nicely checked in for the Red Devils, replacing Dan Hood. Now Dan Hood's checking in. He just stopped and had a quick glass of water. They're running these people in and out.
You call him Corey Nicely. I call him Corey Nisley. We're going to have to get our record straight here on what this.
Nisley.
Okay. Well, I haven't been going with Nisley for 2 days, so I'll stick with that. Okay. Glendive's ball back in now. Nisley with the ball over to Hunter Fuquay on the far side. They still haven't got across the 10-second line. Fuquay has a little trouble and finally gets it to Nisley, and they get across that 10-second line. Nisley now dribbles towards the right side in the corner, looking for somebody to dump it off to. He passes off to number 13, Dan Hood. Dan Hood goes in for the layup, but he's going to be fouled in there. I believe it's on number 50, Matthew Jabs. So Jabs tagged with the foul as referee Glenn Welch reports to the bench. And Jabs' first foul, personal foul, into the line for the Red Devils, number 13, Dan Hood. 2:51 remains in this first period. We got a 10-9 ball game. Glendive up on top. Dan Hood's first free throw is up and good as a 2-point lead now for the Red Devils. Referee Morrison now gets things squared away. Gives the ball back to Hood. Now he takes it back away again. As we do a little shuffle on the key as the players get their lane spaces squared away. Hood now back with the ball. Dribbles a couple times. Eyes the bucket. Shots on the way. It's also good. 12-9 now. That's a 3-point lead. And there's a whistle. The substitute comes in for the Red Devils. That'll be number 31, Darren Snow, in for the Red Devils. So Coach Don Boss substituting freely in the early moments of this ball game. 2:51 remaining in the first period. Van Wade falls down. Back in now for the Bulldogs. Bring the ball down for the Bulldogs. He dumps it off to number 34, Alvin Morrison. Morrison now quickly into the key to Chris Mattingly. Mattingly with the jump shot. No good. Out the glass. Rebound rebound by Darren Snow, who just checked into the game for the Red Devils. And Darren Snow is going to bring the ball down across the midcourt stripe for the Red Devils. Red Devils? Okay, let's go with the Red Devils. Okay, anyway, back to number 13, Dan Hood. Dan Hood gives it to Roger Fasting on the far side. Fasting to drive the lane. He does. He's going to be fouled in there. The bucket's going to count, and I believe Matthew Jabs has his second foul. Matthew Jabs snags his hand, and Roger Fasting is such a great athlete. He had self-control and put the ball up and in, and it's 14-9.
That's absolutely right. He drives the baseline as well as anybody I've seen do it in high school in a long time. He comes across. He can stuff it from underneath the bucket when he jumps out, which we've seen him do in Thursday night's ball game. He really brought the house down with that shot.
Okay, Roger Fasting now with a chance for a three-point play. Number 42, Norman Pretty on top, coming into the ball game for the Bulldogs. As Fasting's free throw was good, and number 43, Randy Anderson, checks back into the game for the Red Devils. We got a 15-9 ball game. 2:22 remains in the first period. Van Wade falls down, bring the ball down for the Bulldogs. Kind of a slight full court pressure defense by the Red Devils. He passes it off to Manley. He throws it over to number 44, Alan Q. 3 irons. His shot no good, and rebounded in there by number 43, Anderson. As we go back the other way, and the Bulldogs are a little cold right now as they can't seem to find the bucket. 31, Darren Snow for the Red Devils. Alley-oop pass underneath the Roger Fasting. Fasting turnaround jump shot. It's up and good. 17-9 now. And Coach Luke Gerber is signaling timeout, and they're going to get it. What first they call traveling on the Bulldogs, as he did not signal timeout properly, and it'll be Glendive's ball, but I do believe the timeout will now go to the Hardin Bulldogs. So with 1 minute 52 remaining, our score, Glendive Red Devils 17, Hardin Bulldogs 9. We'll be back, and we'll take the ball out on the far side in their front court. Roger Fasting will throw the ball in for the Red Devils. 17-9 our score. Glendive on top of the Hardin Bulldogs. Fasting throws the ball into number 41, Dave Ulrich, into the game for the Red Devils. And he gives it over to Darren Snow. Snow then passes it in to Anderson and then gives it back to Snow. Snow with a 12-foot jump shot. No good. Bad shot by Snow. Fasting now back out to Fasting. Now it's knocked away by Van Wade. Falls down. Great play by Van Wade. Falls down as he goes back the other way. He tries to put it up. It's stopped nicely there by the Glendive Red Devils. And then finally it's passed off to number 44, Alan Q. 3 irons, and he hits a 12-foot jump shot, and it's 17-11 at the minute 22 remaining in the first period. And it's again stolen in there by number 40, Chris Manling, by the Bulldogs on the full court pressure defense. And Alan Q. 3 irons hits it around a turnaround jumper, and it's 17-13. And a great timeout called by Coach Luke Gerber as he got his Hardin Bulldogs going, and stolen away again. And that Van Wade falls down all alone underneath the basket.
Hey, that was
17-15. Unbelievable comeback by the Hardin Bulldogs with only 58 seconds remaining in the first period.
There were 3 great defensive plays by Van Wade. Falls down. He tipped that ball all 3 times against Roger Fasting.
So now we're back to live action. It's number 41, Dave Ulrich, with the ball for the Red Devils. He gives it over to Darren Snow, and Van Wade falls on. Almost throws the ball away again, but he's whistled for a penalty by referee Glenn Welch. So with 41 seconds remaining, the Glendive Red Devils on top 17-15. And going to the line for the Red Devils, number 31, Darren Snow, and with some quick pace action. We never got out of Hardin Bulldogs front court as 6 quick points were scored. Glendive would throw the ball in. Van Wade would knock it away. They'd steal it. 6 points. Unbelievable, Ed.
With 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter, that's a 5th team foul on the Hardin Bulldogs, and the Red Devils only have 2, so that could be an important factor in this first half.
And Darren Snow's first free throw for the Red Devils is good. We got an 18-15 ball game now. 41 seconds remain in the first period. Snow's second free throw on the way. It's also good. 19-15 in the buzzer sound. And we've got Hunter Fuquay coming back into the ball game, along with number 11, Ty Duffner. So Don Boss getting a couple fresh guards back in for the Red Devils. Bulldogs taking the ball in now. With the ball, number 32, Darryl 3 irons. Passes it back to Van Wade, falls down. Van Wade falls down, stops dribbling, gives it back to Darryl 3 irons. They get across midcourt way. And he throws it back to Van Wade, falls down. He's going to take a 3-point attempt. It's up and no good. And we got a rebound in there by number 43, Randy Anderson, for the Red Devils. Quickly back the other way, Hunter Fuquay for the Red Devils. Only 20 seconds remain. He dumps it off to Fasting. Fasting 20 feet away in the bucket. He eyes it. Then decides not to shoot. He gives out the Ty Duffner back to Fasting. Fasting now doesn't know whether to shoot or not. Again, he goes back over to the far corner and gives out to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay over to Ty Duffner. 3-point attempt. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Duffner with his own rebound. Puts it up. No good. So we got 2 seconds remaining. And he gives out to Van Wade. Falls down. There's not enough time as our score at the end of the first period. The Glendive Red Devils 19. Hardin Bulldogs 15. You're listening to Class A Championship Basketball on KXTL. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Civic Center, we're all set to start our second half action. Glendive Red Devils will turn the ball in as they have the possession arrow in their favor to start the second quarter. Hunter Fuquay with the ball on the far side of the court. He passes off to Ty Duffner. Duffner over to number 23, Scott Duffner. Gives it back to Ty Duffner and over to Scott Duffner in a corner shot. No good. Rebounded in there by the Red Devils. Then Chris Manley steals the ball away, and he dumps it off to number 44, Alan Q. 3-irons. Three irons gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Ty Duffner. It'll be Hardin's Bulldog ball underneath their own bucket.
Duffner looked like a sprinter running down there to knock the ball out of 3-irons hand. If he didn't do it, I believe we might have seen a layup going in there by 3-irons.
And Bulldogs ball underneath their own bucket. 3-irons throwing the ball in. He throws it in to... That was the other Darrell 3-irons. Then gives it back to Alan Q 3-irons, and he hits it for 2 points. And it's 19-17 now as the Bulldogs again making a great comeback as they were down by 7 earlier. Hunter Fuquay now for the Red Devils at the tip of the key on the other side. He's dribbling around, gives it off to Roger Fasting. Fasting holds the ball up over his head and then hands off to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay dribbling towards the key. Can't find anything. Gives it over to Fasting on the near side. Cross-court pass. Fasting and Van Wade falls down, knocks the ball right out of his hand. As Corey Nisley ended up with the ball, then Fasting takes the ball back. Now he drives the key and puts the ball up. No good. Rebounded in there nicely. And we're going to have a foul on number 50, Matthew Jabs. And that'll be Matthew Jabs' third foul. And I believe he's going to have to come back out, Ed.
I think that's going to have to be a decision that Coach Luke Gerber's going to have to look at, but he's elected to keep him in there. Okay, Jabs is still in there.
Alvin Morrison comes back in for the Bulldogs. And now Norman Pretty on top comes back in. I'm sure he'll replace Matthew Jabs.
I believe Coach Luke Gerber had to do that. So with 6:59 to go in the first half, I'm sure that's all we'll see of Jabs in this half anyway.
Now at the line, number 43, Randy Anderson for the Red Devils.
At this point, the Glendive Red Devils still only have 2 team fouls.
And Anderson's first bucket's good. And it's 20-17 now. Red Devils back to a 3-point lead. Official Morrison hands the ball to Anderson. Anderson now dribbles a couple times. Has the bucket. It's on its way. Nice soft touch. Bounces off the rim. No good, though. And climbing on the back was Fasting. Now we're going to have a jump ball.
That was Dan Hood and Purdy on top. They got together on that. I'm not sure because we can't see the possession. Oh, it's Hardin's ball on the possession change.
And Coach Luke Gerber wasn't too happy with the call and almost got himself a technical foul. Official Glenn Welch finally had to sit him back down as Luke Gerber was not too happy. Now back to live action. Van Wade falls down with a pass from number 32, Darrell 3-irons on the alley-oop. Great play, and it's 20-19. Glendive back up by 1 point. Dan Hood now with the ball on the far side. Gives out to Hunter Fuquay. Down court pass to Dave Ulrich. And back down to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay on the far side, dribbling around. Gives it out to Roger Fasting to tip the key. Fasting dribbles once, then passes over in the corner to Corey Nisley. Nisley with the jump shot, no good. And Van Wade falls down with the rebound. And if anybody's playing 125%, it's got to be Van Wade falls down, Eddie.
That's absolutely right. He's going so hard on defense out there. You know, and he hasn't been out of the ball game yet.
And Dan Hood tips the ball out for the Red Devils, but the Hardin Bulldogs will retain possession. They're on the far side, be throwing the ball in. Alan Q 3-irons with the ball. Or excuse me, that was Alvin Morrison. He passed out to Van Wade, falls down. Over to number 32, Darrell 3-irons. And it goes out underneath and it's knocked away in there by number 41, Dave Ulrich. And Bulldogs will retain possession underneath their own bucket. Darrell 3-irons to throw the ball in for the Bulldogs. Referee Glenn Welch hands 3-irons the ball and he throws into Van Wade, falls down. Who throws it right back to referee Glenn Welch, who isn't a player, and the ball goes out of bounds. And Glendive will get the ball back going the other way.
I think that was a set play where Van Wade was going to throw it back to Darrell 3-irons, and Darrell wasn't looking for the pass.
Back the other way now. Hunter Fuquay with the ball. He's going to drive the lane, put the shot up. No good, and rebound in there by number 32. Darrell 3-irons with a nice rebound. And he throws the ball away as Hunter Fuquay is going to have an uncontested layup. Easy 2 points. Hunter Fuquay, 22-19 now. 5:47 remains in the second period as the Hardin Bulldogs got their signals confused, and Fuquay with an easy 2-point bucket on the steal. Van Wade falls down now. Over to Norman Pretty on top. He passes into number 40, Manley. Rejected in there by Fasting. Van Wade falls down, gets the rebound though, and he puts it up, no good. He's going to get it back again as Darrell 3-irons gets the ball. He's going to take an 18-foot jump shot. It's way short as Dan Hood pulls it down before it even hits the basket. We're going back the other way now as Hunter Fuquay with the ball for the Glendive Red Devils.
Gerald 3-irons, he has the cold hand, but he can heat up. He's a streak shooter. He's a 43% three-point shooter.
With the ball now in the near corner. Gives it back to Hunter Fuquay. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded in there by Hunter Fuquay as he good hustle. He gets his own rebound. Fuquay now back out to Roger Fassett at the tip of the key. He dribbles once or twice and then passes over in the corner to Corey Nisley. Nisley now is hammered in there, but there's no whistle, no foul. And Nisley then turns around, puts up a shot, no good. And Manley with the rebound. And we're going to have a foul on number 41, Dave Ulrich, for the Red Devils, but that's only the third team foul. There'll be no bonus shot for the Bulldogs.
Well, I'll tell you, this game has turned out to be everything we thought it'd be, fast-paced. And it's surprising a little bit to me because I don't think Glendive likes to have that fast run and gun. They like to be patient, play the half-court game.
All right, you are. In fact, Glendive scored more points now this far along than they did in almost 3 quarters in last night's ball game. Van Wade falls now with the ball, bringing it down. He stopped back in his own free court line. He passed it to Alan Q, 3-irons. Or is that Norman Pretty on top?
Well, I believe we have an over and back situation called because the action was right there at the 10-second line.
And that's what's called is over and back on the Glendive Red Devils. Referee Glenn Welch right on the spot to make that call. And now taking the ball at number 44, Alan Q, 3-irons.
Well, I'll tell you,
for the Bulldogs.
Van Wade falls down, is taking a seat next to Luke Gerber with the well-deserved rest.
And 3-irons throwing the ball in now for the Bulldogs. He gives over to Alvin Morrison, back over to 3-irons. 3-irons over to Darryl 3-irons. And now we're going to have a foul on number 11, Ty Duffner, by the Red Devils, as he held Darryl 3-irons as he was going up for a shot. I do believe we'll be shooting 2 as referee Morrison signals to the bench.
No, it was a 1-and-1. The foul was before the shot, so it was a break for the Hardin Bulldogs because that shot he took was also short.
Okay, Bulldogs with the ball underneath. Alvin Morrison with the ball, dribbles once, gives it back into Darryl Q, 3-irons. We're going to have a foul on number 35. 35, that is Tom Huber. Tom Huber now in for the Red Devils.
The Red Devils went almost the quarter and a half with only 2 team fouls. They picked up 3 quick ones, so that puts the Bulldogs in a 1-on-1 situation. So both teams have 5 team fouls.
And now Mattingly to the line for the Bulldogs. His first shot's up away, bounces off the glass, gets a good break, and it goes in. 22-20. Glendive's lead cut down to 2. Glenn Welch telling something to number 42, Norman Pretty on top, as him and Fasting are having a little tussle there on the rebound for the free throw. Mattingly's second shot's on the way. It's also good. It's a 1-point ball game, 22-21. Ty Duffner now with the ball. Dribbles across the midcourt stripe for the Red Devils. Passes over number 31, Darren Snow. Darren Snow dribbles towards the top of the key, gives it back to Duffner. Duffner over to Roger Fassing in the far corner. Fassing throws it inside and gives it to Dave Ulrich. And we're going to have a kicked ball by the Bulldogs. As number 34, Alvin Morrison, kicked the ball, and it's a violation. Red Devils ball underneath their own bucket. And my partner, Ed Kelly, says I talk too much. He can't get a word in edgewise.
That's absolutely right. No, I like to say a few words here and there. We have 4 substitutions in for the Glendive Red Devils. We have Dan Hood coming in, Hunter Fuqua, and let's see, Corey Nisley.
That's Fuquay. That's why I don't let you say too much, Ed, because you always mispronounce the names. Okay, back to live action now. Fuquay with the ball. Gives it over to Nisley in the corner. He dumps it off to number 3, Roger Fasting, with a 20-footer, 3 points. 25-21 now. The Glendive Red Devils expand their lead, and we're going to have a foul on number 21, Corey Nisley, on the Red Devils. Nisley with a blocking call. As we're going to go to the line, who's going to go to the line? Norman Pretty on top, going to go to the line for the Bulldogs. 4:03 remains in the second period, 25-21. Glendive Red Devils on top. Referee Welch hands the ball to Pretty on top. He eyes the bucket. His free throw's on the way. It's off, no good, and rebounded by Fasting. Fasting with all the way, full court pass down to number 13, Dan Hood. He gives it to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay, 10-foot jump shot, good. 27-21. Glendive on top, 6-point lead. Van Wade falls down now with the ball. Passes off to Morrison. We head back the other way. Van Wade falls down over to 3-irons. 3-irons off to Chris Manley underneath to number 42. That's Norman and Pretty on top. And we've got a jump ball called, and it's going to go to Glendive's side, 27-21. 3:41 remains in the first half. And going back the other way now, Hunter Fuquay with the ball goes across the midcourt stripe quickly for the Red Devils. He turns around and passes it back to Corey Nisley. Nisley gives it back to Fuquay, who passes it off to Roger Fasting. Fasting now back over to Fuquay. Fuquay over to Fasting. Fasting to dribble once, goes into the key, gives it over to Fuquay. Fasting now with the ball, dumps it into number 43, Anderson. Anderson goes up with the shot, can't find anything there, but Dan Hood, little Dan Hood with the offensive boards. He puts it up and off the glass for two. Back the other way, Alvin Morrison with the ball, gives it off to number 42, Norman Pretty on top. He dumps it off to Mattingly with a nice lay-in for the Bulldogs, 29-23, 3:03, and the action is fast and furious in this championship game as Hunter Fuquay with the ball, and Coach Don Boss for the Red Devils wants timeout with 2:59 remaining. Our score, Glendive 29, Hardin Bulldogs 23. You're listening to KXTL. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Maybe you can remember.
And welcome back to Duke Civic Center fans. As the Glendive Red Devils inbounds the ball after they call timeout. Hunter Fuquay with the ball, dribbling on the far side. He throws it over to Dan Hood at the tip of the key, and he's going to be fouled in there as he's hammered by number 34, Alvin Morrison on the Bulldogs, who left his feet and landed on the back of Dan Hood.
Yeah, Dan Hood gave him the head fake, got him up in the air, and Morrison had no choice but to come down on top of him. So that's going to put Hood at the line for the second time. His first two times he was successful.
So Hood eyes the bucket now. His first free throw is on the way. It's good. He'll earn the bonus. 30-23 now, 7-point difference. 2:50 remains. Number 32, Darryl 3 Irons, checks into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Hood now with a second free throw. Dribbles a couple times, eyes the bucket. Shot's on its way. It's up, and it's also good. 31-23. As we have another substitute, Ty Duffner, in to replace Corey Nisley for the Red Devils.
This is a situation that the Bulldogs can ill afford to happen to them, get way behind, because these Glendive Red Devils will slow things down on them.
Now back to live action. Chris Manley with a layup after a nice pass off from Norman Pretty on top. As the Bulldogs quickly come back now, it's 31-25. Back the other way, Hunter Fuquay now crosses midcourt for the for the Red Devils, and it's stolen in there by the Bulldogs. Stolen by number 32, Darryl 3 Irons. He passed out to Van Wade, falls down, it passes to Mattingly underneath the bucket, and Mattingly's shot off the glass is no good, but he's fouled in the process with number 13, Dan Hood. Excuse me, it's not going to be Dan Hood. It's going to be number 35, Tom Huber.
That's the second foul on Huber. So far in the ball game, Mattingly's been at the line 5 times and been successful 4 times.
Mattingly now with the ball. His first free throw is on the way. Gets a good bounce, and it drops in. It's good. 31-26 now.
Coach Luke Gerber told me before the ball game he had to have a big game out of Mattingly and Javs, but Javs is still on the pine with the 3 fouls.
And Mattingly also makes a second free throw. As the Red Devils come back the other way now, it's Ty Duffner comes across the line, and we're going to have a foul on number 42, Norman Pretty on top, as he boxed in number 11, Ty Duffner, right at the midcourt stripe. And referee Glenn Wells said that you can't do that.
That's the first foul on Pretty on top.
So now Ty Duffner will go to the line.
Duffner hasn't been at the free throw line as of yet. This is his first attempt.
31-27, 2:20 remaining in the first half. Duffner's free throw is going to be waved off as we have a lane violation on number 33, Roger Fasting. He was in there too soon. And the bucket's no good, and that's a costly point for the Red Devils. A bad mistake. 2:20 now remaining in the first half, 27-31. As we go back the other way, Mattingly with the ball. Mattingly shoots the ball, no good. Rebound in there by number 35, Huber. Huber quickly off to Roger Fasting on the outlet pass. Fasting across the midcourt stripe. He dribbled the ball down in the corner. He's being hammered in there, and finally they're going to have a foul. And I can't see who it's on. It was on Darryl 3 Irons.
3 Irons. I'll tell you, they had him trapped down there in the corner near the baseline, and they were all trying to swat the ball away. One of them got him on the hand, and that happened to be Pretty on top.
3 Irons, wasn't it?
Oh, Darryl 3 Irons?
Darryl 3 Irons with the foul. And we'll put Roger Fasting to the line. Fasting with the bonus situation. First shot up, nothing but net. 32-27, 5-point lead again for the Red Devils. 12:05 remains in the first period.
Fasting 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He's going up for his 3rd attempt.
Fasting with the second attempt. It's also good. 33-27 now, back up to a 6-point lead. And we have substitutes coming back in as number 11 checks out. And I do believe Hunter Fuquay came back in the ball game for the Red Devils. Van Wade falls down now with the ball for the Bulldogs. He gives it to Mattingly, who dumps it off over to number 44, Alan Q, 3 irons. Who gives it to Norman Pretty on top, then back to 3 irons. It's blocked in there by Fastings, and then Mattingly picks up the ball. He dribbles a turnaround layup, and it's good. 29-33. 1 minute and 48 seconds remain in the first half. Hunter Fuquay now with the ball. Long court pass down to Roger Fastings. He's going to take a 12-foot jump shot. It's no good. Rebounded in there by Van Wade falls down. Van Wade falls down is all over the court for these Bulldogs as he brings the ball all the way down across the midcourt. Almost loses the ball, then dumps it off over to Alan Q, 3 irons. Makes a short little 10-foot jumper. It's no good. We're going to have a foul on number 33, Roger Fasting, pushing off when he controlled the rebound. So Fasting now called for his second push-off foul on the rebound, and a costly foul and error by Fasting.
I'll tell you, the guy that's been playing a whale of a ball game so far is that Mattingly. Chris Mattingly. He's been all over the court, rebounding, shooting. I believe he's got 14 points so far in the first half. He's 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, attempting the 7th free throw.
Free throw by Mattingly is no good. As Fasting with the rebound as Mattingly was in a one-on-one situation, 1-on-1. Now Fuquay with the ball on the near side. He dumps it over to number 21, Nisley. Nisley now back to Fuquay. Fuquay dribbles towards the tip of the key. No place to go. Gives it out to Roger Fasting on the inside. He dumps it out to Randy Anderson. And it's stolen nicely in here by Alan Q, 3 irons. It dumps it out to Van Wade falls on it. He's going to go all the way. We're going to have a foul on number 21, Corey Nisley, as he slaps the arm of Van Wade falls down, going in for the layup. So Van Wade falls down, will be going to line, shooting 2. 106 remains, 29-33, and the Hardin Bulldogs have a chance to pull within 2 points, Ed.
Well, I'll tell you, that Alan Q 3 irons, that was a great move on his part when he dribbled that once behind his back. If he didn't, I believe that the ball would have been swatted away by Duffner.
And that was Corey Nisley's third foul. Van Wade falls down, free throw is on its way. It's no good. So 2 free throws now missed by the Bulldogs. They had a chance to tie this game the last 2 times down the court on free throws. They have not done so. Van Wade's second free throw is also no good. And the rebound by the Red Devils. Ty Duffner with the rebound. He's going to bring the ball down across court. And we've got a technical foul.
It's going to be called.
Don Boss jumped off the bench.
No, Ned, I'd say that wasn't called on Boss. Boss didn't do anything. It was one of the assistant coaches jumped up and started screaming at the official, Glenn Welsh, and Glenn Welsh heard him. So that's going to put Alan Q 3 irons at the free throw line, because Boss is talking to his assistant coach right now, telling him to settle down.
Okay, and number 44, Alan Q 3 irons, shooting the free throw for the Bulldogs, and again they miss a free throw. So crucial free throws being missed by the Bulldogs as a technical foul against the Glendive bench.
But it'll still be their ball on the side court. You know, the first 4 free throws by Hardin were good. Now all of a sudden they hit a streak where they're cold.
Now, Bulldogs with the ball at midcourt. Minute 1 remains in the first half. Van Wade falls down with the ball towards the tip of the key. Dumps it off over to Darryl 3 irons. Darryl 3 irons is going to drive the baseline. No good. Stolen nicely in there by number 33, Roger Fasting. Roger Fasting now is going to go coast to coast. He almost loses control of the ball. And he puts up a, oh, man, that
play
guy is
by
unbelievable.
Roger Fasting.
35-30 as Roger Fasting went coast to coast with the ball and put it off the glass for 2 points. Back the other way now. Mattingly with the pass. He dumps it off to number 42, Norman Pretty on top, who travels. And we have a turnover by the Bulldogs. We go back the other way now as Glendive will retain the ball back. Going back the other way, Hunter Fuquay on the near side in his backcourt. He's trapped in there by the Bulldogs. Finally gets it out to Ty Duffner. And we got a player control foul by number 11 as he knocks over number 32, Darryl 3 irons.
Ty Duffner, he got boxed in there, and he was just trying to look for a way out, and he did charge into him right in front of the Hardin bench.
So with 31 seconds remaining, we got a 5-point lead for the Red Devils. Has some crucial fouls and some crucial technical fouls, missed free throws, all in the winning moments of this second quarter. Back now to live action as number 44, Alan Q 3 irons, throws the ball away, and it's picked up by the Red Devils as the Bulldogs just cannot seem to pull within and tie up the game. And Roger Fasting with the ball. Gives over to Ty Duffner and turn passes off to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay back to Fasting, tip of the key. Going to take an 18-foot jump shot. It's good. It's worth 2 points, 37-30. We're down to 3 seconds remaining. And the whistle blows as the ball gets away and we'll stop the clock. 37-34 seconds remaining in the first half. Taking the ball in for Van Wade falls on. You got to do something with it. They take a long shot, and nothing's going to count as they didn't get a chance to get the ball off. So we're going to go into halftime with our score. The Glendive Red Devils 37. The Hardin Bulldogs 30. And we'll be back in 2 minutes.
The finest of meats.
to once again welcome you listeners in Glendive over KXGN and in Hardin at KBSR. Well, we're all set for second half action. The possession arrow is pointing in favor of the Hardin Bulldogs. Referee Glenn Welch points to the captain and asks if he's ready, and we're about ready to go here for second half action. 37-30 is our score. Glendive out in front. Now quickly back to live action. Van Wade falls down with the ball. Passes over to number 44, Alan Q. 300, who dumps it off underneath to number 50, the big man, Matthew Jabs. Jabs back into the game after sitting out the whole second quarter because of fouls. Now back quickly for the Red Devils. Number 15, Hunter Fuquay with the ball dribbling on the far side. He throws a cross-court pass over to 21, Corey Nisley. Over back to Hunter Fuquay, who gives it to Roger Fasting. Three-point attempt, no good. Hits the rim, comes up short. Rebounded in there and is kicked away by Roger Fasting. It'll be Bulldog ball. So quickly, the Bulldogs come in and score two, and the Red Devils come back down and lose the ball, and the Bulldogs have a chance to pull within 3 points. Back now, Alvin Morrison gives it back to Van Wade, falls down, passes over to Alan Q. 300. Q. pass is knocked away by Fasting. It's picked up by the Bulldogs as Corey Nisley picks up the ball and passes off to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now dribbling the ball down in the middle, gets near the tip of the key, guarded closely near by Van Wade, falls down. He gives it over to Dan Hood. Dan Hood back to Fuquay. Fuquay on the far side dumps it off to Corey Nisley in the corner. Nisley now looking for somebody to pass it off to. He can. Decides to drive the baseline. Nothing there. It's plugged up nicely by a 3-yard. Now back. We're going to have a foul on Van Wade. Falls down. And he come up behind on who was that on? That was the foul on Van Wade. Falls down. So it was a personal foul on Van Wade. It'll be Glendive's ball underneath their own bucket. Throw in pass now to Anderson. Anderson can't find anything to do with it. Decides to throw it back out to Hunter Fuquay on the far side. He dribbles in now. Decides to take a 20-foot shot. No good. It's going to be rebounded in there, and it's knocked out of bounds by number 21, Corey Nisley. And the Bulldogs take over.
Frankly, those last two possessions by Glendive kind of surprised me. Both times they attempted three-point plays. The first time by Fasting, the second time by Fuquay.
Van Wade falls and now passes off to Alvin Morrison, who takes an errant shot. No good, and it's rebounded in there by number 44, 3 yards. Now it's picked up by Mattingly, and he puts the ball up. And number 43, Randy Anderson, is going to be tagged with the foul. And Mattingly will go to the free throw line for the Bulldogs.
That's the first foul on Randy Anderson.
So 6:34 remaining, 37-32 our score. And the Bulldogs have a chance to pull within 3 points by the way of the charity stripe. Now, Mattingly with his first free throw, and it's no good, and there's those crucial free throws again. The Bulldogs are having a tough time putting them in.
But I'll tell you one thing about Chris Mattingly. He's 6 out of 8 so far from the free throw line, attempting number 9.
Mattingly's second free throw was no good as Nisley now with the rebound for the Red Devils. He's going to go all the way as he decides now to back up, slow her down, and passes back to Fasting. Fasting back to Nisley, going to take an 18-foot jump shot. No good. Rebounded in there by the Bulldogs. Van Wade falls down with the rebound. He goes now, passes off to Alvin Morrison, gets it back out, and he gives it to Randy Anderson, who goes back over the basketball standards, does a little somersault there, but he gets right up. He's not hurt.
It's a good thing there's good padding on those standards because he hit him pretty hard and landed almost off the arena floor.
Alan Q. 300 to throw the ball in for the Bulldogs. We have a substitution. Randy Anderson coming out. And I didn't catch who came in, but we'll get it to you.
Dan Hood.
Dan Hood in, okay, for the Red Devils. And now back to live action. Mattingly with the ball. Turnaround jump shot. No good. Rebound by Matthew Jabs. Turn around. That's no good. And rebound by Mattingly. His shot up. And it's no good. And we're going to have a foul on number 13, Dan Hood. So some good offensive rebounds by the Bulldogs. And now a second team foul against the Red Devils.
So that's going to put Chris Mattingly at the line for the 10th time in this ball game.
So Mattingly now with another chance to pull the Bulldogs to within 3 points.
That's the difference in the ball game is the free throw shooting ability of these Glendive Red Devils. They're a fine shooting free throw team.
And his third free throw attempt of the second half is no good. As the score remains 37-32, as Glendive has yet to score in this second half. 6:06 remains in the third period, and Mattingly's second free throw, he finally breaks the ice, as that one's good. 37-33 now, 4-point difference. And wow, Hunter Fuquay threw a down long court pass way up in the stands. And it's going to be Bulldog ball as Glendive comes out the second half. They're just in shreds, Ed. I don't know what happened to them. They just can't get there.
I'm sure Coach Don Boss, if Hardin scores this time, I'm sure he'll call a timeout to get his troops settled down.
So Alvin Morrison with the ball. He passes back over to Van Wade. Falls down. Van Wade falls down, looking around. Passes to make a cross-court pass to Allen Q. 3-irons. Q 3-irons over to Morrison. Morrison now almost loses the ball. Gets it back. Throws it back to Q 3-irons. 3-irons throws it inside now to Jabs. And Jabs ends up losing the ball. As Corey Neasley pickpockets him and gets the ball back for the Red Devils. And Coach Don Boss now wants a timeout. As with 5:34 remaining in the third period, we've got 37-33. Glendive Red Devils on top. You're listening to Class A State Basketball on KXTL. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Civic Center, as we're back to live action, as the Glendive Red Devils with the ball as they call timeout to get themselves settled down. Roger Fassing with the ball at the tip of the key. Passes over to number 25. That'll be Brian Doherty in the ball game now for the Red Devils. He gives it back to Fassing. Fassing's a 12-foot jump shot, no good. Rebounded in there by Chris Mattingly for the Bulldogs. So Glendive has yet to score now. We're almost 3 minutes into this third quarter as Glendive Red Devils come out of the second half ice cold. Alvin Morrison with the ball now. He puts a shot up, no good. Rebound by Hunter Fuquay for the Red Devils. And Fuquay now bring the ball down for the Red Devils. They cross the midcourt stripe. Being guarded in there by Alvin Morrison. Fuquay now still dribbling the ball. Gives it off to Dan Hood. Dan Hood over on their side dumps it off to Corey Nisley. Nisley now looks around and can't give it to anybody. He gives it out to Hunter Fuquay. Back over to Roger Fassing. He's underneath to Dan Hood, who's underneath all alone. Turn around, jump shot, no good. Rebounded in there by Chris Mattingly for the Bulldogs. As we go back the other way, and Glendive still has yet to score this half. As Van Wade falls down now, so gives the ball over to Allen Q, 3 irons. Now we're going to have a foul on Corey Nisley as he pushed number 34, Alvin Morrison, as they were both going for the ball. And checking in for the Bulldogs, number 32, Daryl 3 irons, number 43, Randy Anderson for the Red Devils.
That's fourth personal foul on Corey Nisley.
So Corey Nisley in deep foul trouble as the Bulldogs will take the ball out on the far side at midcourt. Van Wade falls down with the ball, passes off to Mattingly. Mattingly holds his hands up, calls off a play, gives it back to Van Wade, falls down. And then they give it back over to number 44, Allen Q, 3 irons, gives it back to Van Wade, falls down, 3-point attempt, no good. Roger Fassing goes high in the air for the rebound as he brings it down past the midcourt stripe now. And he's getting guarded in there by Van Wade, falls down. And we're going to have a foul on Van Wade, falls down, as he was all over the back of Roger Fassing. So Van Wade falls down. And then how many fouls is that on him, Ed?
That's foul number 3 on Van Wade.
So Glendive will take the ball out in front of their own bench as Randy Anderson gets prepared to throw the ball in. And he throws it into number 15, Hunter Fuquay for the Red Devils. Fuquay now over to Ty Duffner into the game for the Red Devils. He gives it back to Fuquay. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Bulldogs, as we've gone 4 minutes. And the Glendive Red Devils have yet to score in this period. And now, nice pass by Allen Q irons. Underneath to Van Wade, falls down. And he scores 2, and it's 35-37. And here we go. Going now for the Red Devils. Hunter Fuquay on the far side. Gives it over to Ty Duffner at the tip of the key. Ty Duffner looks around, gives it, and we got a foul on number 24. Van Wade falls down as he held onto the hand of Ty Duffner. He's going to be called for a holding foul.
You know, that's a crucial foul because when Van Wade picked up his third foul, they sent Ralph Chavez to the scores table, but he was unable to get in the game. And in that short period of time, Van Wade caught his fourth personal foul, so that could be a crucial mistake.
And Glendive now with an inbounds pass. Roger Fassing on the far side with the ball. Gives it to Hunter Fuquay, who passes over to Ty Duffner. Ty Duffner with a 3-point attempt, no good. But Duffner gets his own rebound. And he puts the ball up, and we're going to have a pushing foul. No, a traveling foul. A traveling violation on the Red Devils as Ty Duffner tried to go up with the offensive board, and nothing there.
You were mentioning about the Red Devils not scoring. I noticed in the first half they only took 1 3-point play. Now they've attempted at least 4 and haven't connected.
Okay, back to live action. We got number 32, Daryl 3 irons with the ball. Gives it over to Allen Q, 3 irons. He's looking for somebody to pass it now to. And he gives it over to number 20, Ralph Chavez. Chavez dumps it off to Mattingly, whose shot is no good. Red Devils with the rebound. Hunter Fuquay with the ball. Fuquay now goes across the midcourt stripe. He's in the middle of the floor. Dumps it over to the near side to Ty Duffner. Duffner now gives it to Fassing. Fassing going to drive the bucket. Nice pass. Gives it over to Doherty. Doherty with a turnaround jump shot. No good. Rebound. We're going to have a foul.
The foul's on Randy Anderson, a pushing off foul.
So Randy Anderson with a pushing off foul by the Red Devils. 37-35, 2:50 remaining. And this third quarter is kind of surprising to me, Ed.
That's right.
I never expected this.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm surprised at the shot selection by the Red Devils. Usually they're a patient team in the games that we've seen them so far in this tournament.
Okay, back to live action. Mattingly with the ball on the near side for the Bulldogs. He dumps it off to Allen Q iron. Q 3 irons. This shot no good, but he gets his own rebound, then he loses it as he was attempting to drive the lane, and he lost the ball, and it'll be Glendive Glendive's ball going back, so neither team can take advantage of each other's mistakes. 2:38 remains, 37-35.
There's only been 5 points scored so far in this third quarter.
And they're all Hardin's
That's
points.
right. The score at halftime was 37-30. Now it's 37-35, 2:38 remaining in the third quarter.
So we're 5 minutes into this third period, and the Glendive Red Devils have yet to score. Now inbounding the Bass, Brian Doherty with the ball for the Red Devils. He dumps it off to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay now stops, and the fans want traveling call, but nothing there. And we've got a foul going to be called on number 34, Alvin Morrison. He was putting a little too much pressure on Brian Doherty, and that's one of those fouls the fans don't understand, but it's because Doherty was just Alvin Morrison was just giving him too much pressure. He was just too close to him.
That was the fourth team foul. Both teams have 4 team fouls.
Okay, so we'll be shooting the bonus next time for both teams. Fassing with the ball decides to drive the baseline. He can't break the ice either. As an offensive boards by number 11, Ty Duffner. The bucket's going to count, and a foul on number 32, Darrell 3 yards. And Glendive finally gets on the board with 2:20 remaining in the third period. 39-35 our score. And to the line, Ty Duffner for the Red Devils.
That's the second foul on 3 irons.
So the Red Devils now finally break the ice. Maybe they get something going, and checking back into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Number 44, Alan Q with 3 irons.
He replaces Darrell 3 irons.
Okay, Darrell 3 irons out for the Bulldogs now. Duffner now with the free throw, trying to make it a 3-point play. The shot's up, bounces off the backboard, and finally drops in. Good break for Duffner. As it's 40-35, and the Red Devils score 3 points this half, and Ty Duffner has all 3 points, Ed.
Dan Hood just checked in the ball game, replacing Brian Doherty for the Red Devils.
Okay, Dan Hood back in the game. Now we'll go back to the Bulldogs side of action. Alan Q, 3 irons with the ball on the near side. He passes over to number 34, Alvin Morrison. Morrison now can't find any pass to Chavez. Back over in the corner, and he get the ball to the big fella. That's Matthew Jabs, and he loses the ball. We're going back the other way as the Red Devils retain possession. Hunter Fuquay with the ball, and almost stolen nicely in there by Chavez. As Chavez has the quick hands out there for the Bulldogs. Ty Duffner now with the ball. He's at the 3-quarter line. Gives it to Roger Fasting. Fasting with 18-footer, and 42-35, and we're back up to a 7-point lead for the Red Devils. Mattingly with the ball now for the Bulldogs. He gives it over to Chavez. Chavez and number 24. That would be no, it's not Van Wade Falls down. And we have a violation. What was that, 3 seconds, Ed?
No, we had a traveling call on Alan Q 3 irons. He was at the top of the key by himself. He was debating whether to pass it off, and he shuffled his feet.
Okay, so a turnover by the Bulldogs. And Glendive now has a chance to expand their lead to 9 points. 1:26 remains in the third period. Hunter Fuquay with the ball. Being guarded closely in there by Chavez. Passes off to Ty Duffner. Ty Duffner now looks around. Gives it to Roger Fasting. 18-foot jump shot. No good. Rebound, Red Devils. Ty Duffner turn around jump shot. That's no good. Rebound, and it's going to be last touch by Dan Hood.
No, it was last touch by Matthew Jabs. It's going to be Glendive's ball underneath.
Okay, that's the way the officials are going to call it. And we're going to have Glendive's ball underneath their own bucket. 1:12 remains in the third period. Throw in by the Red Devils over to Ty Duffner on the near corner. Duffner now dribbles back out. Gives it to Hunter Fuquay. Hunter Fuquay pass over to Fasting, who in turn gets it to Anderson. Underneath, Anderson goes up for a shot. And the bucket's going to count as he gets a good break. And we're going to have a foul on number 40, Chris Mattingly. And things are starting to break apart now for the Hardin Bulldogs.
That's true.
As Glendive finally snapped out of their slump, and now they've come alive. We've got a 9-point lead and a chance to make it 10 with 1:03 remaining in the third period. To the line, Randy Anderson for the Red Devils.
That's the second foul on on Chris Mattingly.
As we're all set here now, as the players make their shuffle in the lane space. As Anderson with the ball now, he'll have one free throw to make it a 10-point lead for the Red Devils. Shots on its way. It's perfect. It's 35-45. Red Devils on top. And now suddenly the Bulldogs have dug themselves a hole. We're going back the other way. Chavez with the ball for the Bulldogs. Passes off to Morrison. Morrison back to Chavez. Chavez back to Morrison. Morrison, the tip of the key. 3-point attempt. And it's good. 38-45. A nice shot in there by Morrison. Ty Duffner bring the ball down for the Red Devils now. He almost travels to get the ball to Fasting. And Fasting does travel as he takes 2 steps and then decides to put the ball down.
That was a delayed call by the official, Jim Morrison. I think he looked and then decided, hey, that just didn't look right. But he caught it. That's a good thing about it. At least he made the proper call.
I don't believe he thought Roger Fasting did it. As Fasting took 2 steps and then decided to put the ball down. 45-38. 40 seconds remain in the third period. Allen Q 3-irons back in the game, gives it over to number 34, Alvin Morrison. Morrison dumps it off underneath to number 50, Matthew Jabb, and that one's going to count as we got a foul on Randy Anderson, and it's 45-40.
That's a second foul on that was on Fasting. Fasting went up
okay, the foul was on Fasting.
Yeah, Fasting caught him with the body. They were both up there. There was Anderson and Fasting.
And a great pass into Matthew Jabbs, and he had the easy layup, and it's 45-40, and Matthew Jabbs now has a chance to pull it within 4 as the Bulldogs suddenly come alive now in the latter moments of this. Now misses the free throw, but the rebound by number 42, Norman Pretty on top. His turnaround jump shot's no good, and rebound by Roger Fasting. Fasting now dribbled the ball down. He almost traveled again as he gets the ball back out to Ty Defner. And Defner, as he gets the ball out to Darren Snow on the far side, he passes it off to Roger Fasting in the corner, looking for somebody to throw to. He gives it back to Snow. Snow now with a fake shot. Nothing there. They come over to this side and give it to Roger Fasting. 18-footer, 2 points by Fasting, 47-40. As we're down to 3 seconds remaining in this third period. And now, long shot, half-court shot by number 34, Alvin Morrison is no good. So at the end of 3, the Glendive Red Devils 47, Hardin Bulldogs 40. You're listening to KXTL. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We'll retain the ball and to start the fourth quarter on the possession arrow. Throwing the ball in, number 25, Brian Doherty for the Red Devils. He passes it off to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now dribbles to the far side. Passes it back to Doherty in the middle of the court. Doherty over to Fasting on the near side. Fasting drives the lane. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, 44, Allen Q 3-irons. And we have a foul on number 25, Brian Doherty for the Red Devils. So we'll be going the length of the court as we'll be shooting a bonus situation for the Bulldogs. I don't know who'll be shooting yet. And a costly backcourt foul against Red Devils.
That's right. That's going to send Allen Q 3-irons to the free throw line.
So Allen
he's one of 2 from the free throw line in tonight's ball game. These are crucial free throws, as we noted earlier. The Bulldogs have been having trouble from the free throw line.
3-iron shots no good as he misses. Manling with the rebound, puts it up. It's way short. Fasting with the rebound, and it's knocked out there by number 44, Q-irons. And it'll be Red Devils balls a retained possession. Fasting tried to go the length of the court with the pass, but Q-irons right on top of things and knocked it away. Doherty to throw the ball in for the Red Devils. Does so to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now being guarded in there by Chavez in the back court. Fuquay looks for somebody to pass to, gives it off to Brian Doherty on the near side. Doherty now dribbles and gives it back to Fuquay. Fuquay over to Corey Nisley back in the game for the Red Devils. Nisley now. Nobody to pass off to, finally does to Fuquay. Fuquay back to Nisley over on the far side. Nisley back to Fuquay. They come out this side now as they reverse their play. And Fasting gives it into Nisley. Nisley, a nice 10-foot jumper. 2 points, 49-40. 9-point lead for the Red Devils. Coming back the other way, number 32, Darryl 3-irons for the Bulldogs. They give it over to Allen Q 3-irons. Allen Q 3-irons throws underneath to Matthew Jabbs. Matthew Jabbs turns on a jump shot. It's good. Nothing but net. 49-42. 7 minutes remain in the ball game.
That's 8 points for Matthew Jabbs in this ball game.
Okay, Matthew Jabbs now doing his job, getting those offensive boards for the Bulldogs. Corey Nisley bring the ball down for the Red Devils on the far side. He almost throws away, picked up in there by Hunter Fuquay for the Red Devils. He throws it back to Nisley. Nisley now going to take another of those 10-foot jump shots. It's good, and I can't believe the Bulldogs are getting those shots.
That's right. They're letting him drive into the lane, and he's just pulling up right there at the top of the key, coming in. He's got the last 2 buckets for the Red Devils.
It's an easy jump shot for Nisley. Back to live action. We're going to go with Chavez with the 3-point attempt. No good. Rebound by Doherty. Doherty now almost traveled, but he finally doesn't get the ball away to Corey Nisley. Nisley now slows it down and gives it out to Fuquay. And Fuquay goes back to Nisley. Nisley now hits Roger Fasting at the free throw line. He decides to put it up. An easy 15-footer for Fasting. 53-49. 50-42 now is an 11-point lead for the Glendive Red Devils, and the Bulldogs want a timeout to talk things over. So with 6:09 remaining, you're listening to State Class A basketball. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Timeout. LNQ 300 with the ball. Gives it over to Van Wade Falls, who's back in the game. He gives it back to 300. 300 now fakes a three-point shot, and he called for travel. And great call by official Glenn Welch as Q-Irons faked the shot and drug that pivot foot. We'll go back the other way now as Glendive has a chance to expand their lead to 13 points. And I talked to Coach Jonathan, or ex-coach John Thatcher of the Butte Central Maroons last night. I asked him who he liked in this tournament. He liked Glendive because of his defense, Ed, and that's the way it's turning out right now.
I'll tell you, there goes Van Wade Falls down. That was a choice that Luke Gerber had, and I'll tell you, Van Wade was in there exactly 8 seconds, and he is lost to this Hardin Bulldog club. So he checks out of the game with 9 points. I'll tell you, I noticed when he was out of there, this Hardin Bulldog team is a completely different team. He's the floor leader for the Bulldogs. So without him, that's definitely going to hurt the Bulldogs' chances.
And at the line for the Red Devils, Hunter Fuquay. He makes his first free throw, makes it 54-42, and the biggest lead of the game, 12 points for the Red Devils. Van Wade falls down, played one whale of the ball game, though. Even though he fouled out early, at the time he was in there, he gave 150%, Ed. Fuquay's second free throw was no good. We go back the other way. Alvin Morrison for the Bulldogs. Gives over to Allen Q. 300, who dumps off to Matthew Japp. Turnaround jump shot, no good. And rebounded in there nicely by Dave Ulrich for the Red Devils. Now, Hunter Fuquay for the Red Devils as we head back the other way, crosses the midcourt stripe, dribbles to the far side, passes it back to the middle to Corey Nisley. Nisley back to Fuquay now, who gives it to Roger Fasting in the far corner. Fasting fakes a shot, then throws it into number 21, Corey Nisley. Nisley's shot's no good, but a nice rebound by Brian Doherty, and it's knocked out of bounds by number 44, Allen Q. 300, and Glendive will retain possession underneath their own bucket.
That's absolutely right, Ed. I'll tell you that Brian Doherty, he stayed right with that to maintain the possession for the Glendive Red Devils.
And now for the Red Devils, Hunter Fuquay to throw the ball in. He can't find anybody right away, and finally does find Fasting. We got a 5-second violation called, and it's going to go back the other way in the Bulldogs' favor. And the Glendive Red Devils now going to show a little full court pressure defense, as it's not a real tight full court pressure defense, but nonetheless they are putting a little pressure on him as Alvin Morrison takes an errant three-point shot, and I think the Bulldogs are making a mistake. I think they got to settle down and take the 2 points.
Well, I don't know.
Forget about those 3 points right now, Ed.
I don't know. The clock's working against them, and that's one of the things that they lived and died by throughout the season, according to Luke Gerber, was their outside perimeter shooting.
Okay, Hunter Fuquay with the ball. He's dribbling on the far side, being guarded in there by Daryl 300. He passes it off to Fasting at the tip of the key. He's looking for somebody to dump it to, and finally does give it off to Nisley. And Nisley now gives it back to Hunter Fuquay. And Fuquay throws it inside to Brian Doherty, who gives it out to Fasting on the far side. Fasting with a cross-court pass to Nisley, and Nisley gives a 13-foot jump shot. 2 points, 56-42. And the Glendive Red Devils are looking better and better to repeat as Class A state champions, as number 32, Daryl 300, throws the ball away for the Bulldogs, and the Red Devils will retain possession, and Coach Luke Gerber wants another timeout. So with 4:32 remaining in the fourth and final period, our score, Glendive 56, Hardin Bulldogs 42. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, welcome back to Butte Civic Center. 4:32 remains in the fourth period. 56-42 our score. As the Glendive Red Devils are going to get the ball in a long court pass, not to Hunter Fuquay, was all alone, and a touchdown. It would have been in football, but it's just 2 points here, and it's 58-42. As the Red Devils immediately come out and put her right back up and go up by 2 more points, and a long three-point play by number 32, Daryl 300, and that's 45-58 as they bring it back down within 13. 4:11 remains. Glendive brings it back down. Corey Nisley with the ball. They give him a 10-foot jump shot. He decides not to shoot it and passes it back to Roger Fasting. Fasting out to Hunter Fuquay. Red Devils now making sure of everything they do. As they want, if they're going to take a shot, it's going to be a good high percentage shot. With the ball, Dan Hood. He passes over to Corey Nisley. Nisley over to Doherty. Doherty, nobody around him. They got to have a little more pressure defense by the Bulldogs if they expect to win this ball game. And the drive to lane by Nisley is missed. And the rebound by Matthew Jabs for the Bulldogs. So back the other way, Daryl 300, another three-point attempt, and wow, it almost hit the roof of the Civic Center and came back down through as another three-pointer. and suddenly it's only 10 points again now for the Bulldogs.
That's exactly what the Hardin Bulldogs needed. That's something that they had been missing so far in the first half, is the outside perimeter shooting of Darryl 3-irons.
So Glendive now with the ball past the midcourt. Hunter Fuquay at the tip of the key, dribbling the ball around. Dumps it off to Roger Fasting. Fasting now going to drive the lane, takes a 10-foot baseline jumper, no good. Matthew Jabs with the rebound. Quickly out to number 44, Alan Q, 3-irons. He's bringing it down, gets across the midcourt. Dumps it off to Chavez. Chavez over to Darryl 3-irons. He's going to try another one. No good. Rebound, though, by Mattingly. Mattingly's going to turn on jumper. It's good. 50 to 58 now as the Bulldogs pull within 8 points.
I think that was a key possession for the Hardin Bulldogs. They were able to come down and score and make it 58-50. Like you said, I thought they could have been blown out of here, but they're hanging in there.
And now Fasting with the ball. We're going to have a timeout. Glendive Red Devils, as Coach Don Boss doesn't like what he sees. So with 2:41 remaining in the ball game, our score, Glendive Red Devils 58, Hardin Bulldogs 50. We'll be back in 60 seconds. 2:41 remains in the fourth and final period of this State A Class Championship game. And the Red Devils inbounds the ball to Corey Nisley. As the Bulldogs now with a little bit more pressure defense, and Nisley has the ball slapped out of his hands. Gives him the opportunity to dribble again, and he finally dribbles and he travels.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a good timeout taken by Coach Don Boss of the Glendive Red Devils. He's a veteran coach. He could see the momentum swing.
So now the Bulldogs now with a chance to cut up their lead down to 6 points or possibly even 5 with the 3-point play. Chavez with the ball on the near side. Passes over to Allen Q, 3-irons. Chavez now north towards the tip of the key. Finally dumps it off over to Allen Q, 3-irons. Over to Darryl 3-irons in the corner. And he travels as he forgot to put the ball down before he made his move to the bucket. And we go back the other way. So 2 crucial turnovers by both teams in the winning moments of this game.
Looked like to me that Darryl 3-irons is trying to do too much.
I think you're absolutely right, as Red Devils come back the other way now. Hunter Fuquay with the ball. He's getting near the midcourt stripe. He finally crosses, being guarded closely there by Chavez. Chavez has a hand on his rear end, trying to defensive end closely there. As we work back towards the other way now, number 13, Dan Hu with the ball. They come over to the near side and get the ball to Roger Fasting. Fasting holds the ball up over his head, then tries to drive the baseline. Nothing there. And he throws the ball away as Darryl 3-irons steals the ball, but the referee Morrison gets in the way, and he loses the ball out of bounds. So it'll be Glendive's ball, and the referee's part of the floor. There's absolutely nothing can be done about that, Ed.
I think he had the proper call. I thought Darryl 3-irons knocked it out. He was right in front of the Glendive bench. Morrison was right on top of the call.
Okay, so here we go. The Red Devils with the ball now. Anderson inbounds to Fuquay. Fuquay over to Corey Nisley on the far side. We're down to 1:46. Fuquay with the ball now. Over to Roger Fasting. And the Bulldogs got to do some fouling or something here, Ed, as they have to try to get the ball back. And Fasting now with the ball, being guarded closely there, and he dumps it off to Fuquay. Fuquay guarded by Chavez. And we're going to have a foul on number 20, Chavez.
That's exactly what the Bulldogs have to do. The clock is their foe now. 1:32 left to go in the ball game, 58-50. And I'll tell you, this so far in this ball game, we've seen that the Red Devils are a fine shooting free throw team. As we noted, they were 83% in the first half. I believe they did. They connected on 10 out of 12 in the first half.
Okay, so the Bulldogs have their backs up against the walls. The Red Devils are only 1:32 away from having back-to-back state championships, as they're up by 9 points now, 59-50. At the line for the Red Devils.
And as we noted earlier, this Glendive Red Devil team shows great patience.
So Fuquay at the line for the Red Devils. He makes 1 out of 2. They're up by 9, 59-50. Going down the other way, Darryl 3-irons drives coast to coast. Misses the shot, but he's going to be fouled in there by Hunter Fuquay.
Now it remains to see if he was fouled before the shot or during the shot. Well, I don't know. He was in the act of shooting, so it's going to be a 2-shot foul.
And Ty Duffner in the game for the Red Devils. He replaces Corey Nisley, as Coach Don Boss wants some quicker hands in there, as they'll start passing the ball around, I'm sure. Now the officials have a little discussion going out there.
I don't know if they were discussing whether it was a 2-shot foul or a 1-and-1, and that's what the official Morrison wanted to check, whether it was 1-and-1 or 2, and it is a 2-shot foul. This is going to be Darryl 3-irons' first time at the free throw line.
And there, 3-irons' first shot's up, nothing but net, and it's back to an 8-point game, 1:27 remaining. 3-irons now with his second shot. He eyes the bucket, takes a big breather and puts it up, and it's also good. Now they're within 7 points. The Red Devils bringing the ball in. Hunter Fuquay with the ball. He's back in his back court. He throws over to Randy Anderson, gets it across into their front court. Now they give it back to Ty Duffner. It's stolen away in there by number 32.
And he was fouled.
Daryl 3 Irons, and he's fouled by Ty Duffner. So now Daryl 3 Irons will go to the line and attempt a 1-on-1 head, and we could have a 5-point ball game here.
Well, as we noted, the Hardin Bulldogs were hot from the free throw line at the beginning of the game, and then they took that cold snap, or then they got cold. So there's a lot of pressure right now on Daryl 3 Irons.
So Daryl 3 Irons with the 1-on-1. His shot's on the way, nothing but net. She's a 6-point ball game, folks, with a minute 19 remaining. Official Morris now handles 3 Irons the ball for his second attempt as he earned the bonus shot. He has the bucket. It's on its way. It's also good. She's 5:54-59. Glendive on top, fasting with the ball, dribbling in his back court, being pressured heavily there by 3 Irons. And the ball stolen away by Chavez. But official Morrison says he got him on the arm. And now Ty Duffner will go to the line for the Red Devils to shoot a 1-on-1. But that was a good, smart heads-up foul by Chavez.
That's right. That only took, I believe, 4 seconds off the clock. There's 1:13 remaining in this ball game. So don't go away. This game is far from being over.
And we'll have to ask our stats man who to foul in this winning moments of the game.
Well, I'll tell you one person I know they're not going to say is Roger Fasting.
That'd be a good choice for the man not to foul. Duffner with his shots. Nothing but net. 60-54 as Duffner looks pretty sharp from the free throw line.
That's right. As a team, I can't think of anybody that I've seen out there that I'd want to put at the free throw line. They seem like they're a very good free throw shooting team.
Duffner now with his second attempt. It's up and on away. It's also good. 7-point lead again now for the Red Devils as the Bulldogs will take the ball out. And taking the ball out for the Bulldogs, Alan Q, 3 Irons. He throws it in to Daryl 3 Irons. Daryl 3 Irons now dribbles out past the midcourt stripe. Gives it back to Alan Q, 3 Irons. Alan Q, 3 Irons is going to dribble the lane. He gives it out to Matthew Jabs. Matthew Jabs for no jump shot. It's good. 56-51. And we're under a minute to play as Roger Fasson with the ball in his back court. Back near the free throw line. He has nobody to pass it to. And finally does give it out to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now with the pass all alone underneath to Dan Hood. And Dan Hood with the easy bunny. 63-56. 48 seconds remain. And we have a foul and a whistle and a violation on the throw-in by the Bulldogs, and the Red Devils retain the ball underneath their own bucket.
Alan Q, 3 Irons, he was in such a hurry to get the ball down the court, he stepped on the baseline underneath the Glendive basket.
So a bad break for the Bulldogs, a good break for the Red Devils, as it's 56-63, 45 seconds remaining. Fasting with the ball on the far side. Pass over to Fuquay. The Bulldogs have got a foul if they want to expect to get back in this ball game. Now Chavez. Chavez on number 32, Daryl 3 Irons, is going to end up fouling Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay now will go to the line and shoot a 1-on-1 for the Red Devils. The Red Devils a hot shooting free throw team. Has just kept them in this game the whole time.
Hunter Fuquay is 2 out of 4 so far in tonight's ball game. So he's coming in here with a couple of pressure free throws.
So there's 36 seconds remaining in this championship ball game as Glendive trying to repeat his state Class A championship. And Hunter Fuquay with his first free throw is good. 64-56, 8-point lead.
He can almost nail the lid on the coffin if he nails this one.
Okay, now Hunter Fuquay has the bucket for his second shot. It's up. It bounces around and takes a Bulldog bounce and pulls it down the rebound as Matthew Jabs for the Bulldogs. They come back the other way. Alan Q, 3 Irons with the shot from the tip of the key. It's good. And it's 58-64. Faston is coming down now as he gives the ball to Hunter Fuquay. Fuquay's going to go all the way. He dumps it off to Dan Hood. Nice.
Oh, great pass by
as Dan Hood puts in the easy bunny. And that should just about do it as we're down to 14 seconds. Daryl 3 Irons with the ball. Glendive's just kind of taking it easy. We're down to 10. And a shot by Alan Q. Irons, 3 Irons is no good. And the ball is taken away by Hunter Fuquay, stolen by 3 Irons. His shot no good. And that'll be the ball game as the final score 66-58. And the Glendive Red Devils are state champions once again. And our congratulations go out to the Red Devils as we take a short 2-minute break.
Journey goers, Fairmont.
School Association Board of Directors and staff, I want to thank all of you for making the 1987 State Class A Basketball Champions what they can. Fans, cheerleaders, bands, players, this has been a spectacular event, and I appreciate all your cooperation and the good sportsmanship that's been shown. Helping me present awards tonight are the superintendents of the two respective schools who were tonight's championship ball games. Mr. Ross B. of Hardin, Mr. Calvin Curry of Dawson County. Could I get a representative from each one of the teams near the court so that I can hand out your participation survey? From the Belgrade Panthers. The Beaverhead County Beavers. The Columbia Falls Wildcats. The Laurel Locomotives. The fourth place finishers, the Libby Loggers, have left for their journey home. The third place finishers of the 1987 Boys Basketball Championships from Fergus County, Ojibwa. The 1987